for women, and this is my next question and answer segment where I took your questions from Facebook and I'm going to answer them for you today. The first question is, hi Nicole, when leaning out for a competition, which I'm doing right now, what can I do not to lose muscle? I find toward the end I always lose muscle that I've worked so hard to build. Thank you. Okay, a few things here. One, make sure that you allow yourself enough time to prepare for the show. If you have 20 pounds to lose, make sure you give yourself at least 15 to 16 weeks to start. On average, about 1 to 2 pounds per week, closer to the 1 pound per week, if you know what your projected competition weight is going to be. It's when you have a lot of weight to lose in a very short period of time to do it, that you have to increase your cardio and decrease your calories quite significantly, that you run the risk of losing muscle. At the end, if you're going for a very long time with a very, very low caloric deficit and an increased amount of exercise without any reprieve, no influx of calories for a day or no cheat meals or anything like that, then your body can eventually start slowing down because it's wondering when, it's kind of in starvation mode in a way, and it's going to utilize your muscle for energy. Make sure that you're keeping, it's a very fine balance, because when you're preparing for a competition, you're trying to sustain the muscle that you have and decrease your body fat without losing the muscle that you have. So it's a very slow process, and you want to make sure that you're not making any drastic adjustments, eliminating 400 or 500 calories at a time, and bumping your cardio from 30 minutes to 2 hours within a couple weeks. So just do everything very gradual and you should be all right. The next question is, I work out regularly and would say I'm advanced in the gym, but sometimes when I go to the gym, I feel like I'm getting weaker. I can't last as long or lift as heavy of a weight. What is going on? I wish that I was in the gym every single time just killing it and lifting heavier every single week, and my strength was through the roof every single time I went, but that's just not the case. There are so many factors that can play a role in your strength and energy, right? Whether maybe you didn't eat enough, maybe you're dehydrated, maybe you're stressed, maybe you didn't sleep very good, maybe you've got a lot of things in your mind, you had a long day, maybe, there's just so many things that could play a role. So you're going to go into the gym sometimes when you're not going to really feel it, you're not going to have a whole lot of energy and strength. That's when you want to modify your training. But there's other times where you're going to have a huge influx of energy and you're going to be fired up and pumped up and ready to go. Make sure that you're eating within 30 minutes to an hour of your training, so that way you have energy to pull from for your workout. And then fueling your body post-workout, drinking water throughout. Maybe you're not resting long enough. If you're taking too short of rest, sometimes you don't have enough recovery to lift a little bit heavier the next set. So all those things could maybe help out the situation. The next question is, I'm trying to add muscle, but I still love my high intensity cardio too. Most of my cardio incorporates a lot of leg work, such as sumo squats, plyo, split lunges, etc. Should I be concerned that I may not be giving myself enough recovery for my leg days? Second, on my recovery day, how much activity is too much? I typically do yoga and go for a brisk walk on my recovery day, but recently someone told me that I should do no exercise on my rest day. What are your thoughts on this? If you're trying to build muscle, you can definitely still do high intensity interval training. I would only do it, anywhere from 3 to 5 times a week for 30 minutes or less if you're trying to build muscle. In fact, it can actually help with natural testosterone, which can help aid in lean muscle tissue growth. But if you're doing, to me, when I think of high intensity interval training, I don't always think of plyometrics. I think of, sprinting balls to the wall, or going as hard as I can on the spin bike or something like that. But when you're doing, jump lunges and jump squats where you're actually breaking down the muscle tissue even more, yes, I think it could potentially affect your recovery from leg day. So maybe the day after legs, stick to more steady state, or don't do cardio at all. Maybe that would be your rest day. Maybe split up your high intensity interval training, and keep in mind with how you're feeling. If you're going into your leg workout and you're still fatigued, or you're sore for a really long time and they're not recovering, then it could be that you need to kind of scale back on the other parts of your training. And as far as your rest day is concerned, I think this varies from person to person. Like, there are some weeks where I'm wrecked and I just really need that rest day to do absolutely nothing. Other people, I think yoga is kind of a bonus. I wouldn't count it as cardio, and I wouldn't really count it as strength training. So you could count that as an active recovery day, because you're not really bringing your heart rate up. It's a great way to reduce the risk of injury, decrease soreness, increase your flexibility and circulation. So I think that you could incorporate that into an active rest day. At what point in training should one start adding supplements? You can start adding supplements from the very beginning. Stick with the basics. Multivitamin, your essential fatty acids. You can add a protein powder to help get a good lean source of protein in if you're struggling with that. And yeah, I mean, supplements don't have to be... There are advanced sports supplements that you can incorporate once you get into a good, solid training and nutrition program. But as far as the basics of supplements are concerned, you can start that right from the beginning. And the last question I have is, if I'm super sore from working out yesterday, am I supposed to push through the pain and work out today, or rest? I never know. If your back is sore from yesterday, I wouldn't train back again. But if your back is sore and you're going in the next day, you could still train legs, or you could still train chest or arms. If you're doing total body, then I would say wait a day and then go in again. I wouldn't train the muscle group that is sore 2 days in a row. So make sure that you have like 24 to 48 hours at least rest between each time you hit the same muscle group. Most of the time actually, working out when you are sore, if you're just doing cardio or you're just doing lightweight, higher repetition to get good circulation and blood flow, can help improve soreness and heal your body faster because of the oxygenated blood that's coming to the working muscle that you're training. Even if you're not training that particular sore muscle, it can still help. So hopefully that answers your question. Don't train the same muscle group the next day if it's sore. Work something else. But yes, you can still work out. You don't have to take the day off. All right, guys, those are my questions for this week. Until next week, keep asking your questions on the FitnessRx for Women Facebook page, and I will be back here every Friday to answer them for you. Until then, keep living the fit life.